Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here to share a process video for a layout that I did. I'm starting here with a piece of white cardstock and a Studio Calico stamp that says currently, and I'm just stamping it over and over and over again. I'm using, I think, I don't know if I used black or gray, but either way, it was archival ink. And this is a technique that I've used before. I just really love the look of it, and I do like first, second, and third generation stamping, so it has kind of like a faded in and out look, and I just really love that. So I'm going to grab three colors that kind of coordinate with the papers that I'm going to use. A kind of a purpley pink, a lighter pink, and a light like aqua-ish color, and those are all from Kelly Perky and Hero Arts. And then I'm going to use this. You can see the packaging to the right there. Oh, I guess I did use great archival ink. But you can see the packaging there. That's another Studio Calico stamp, and it is just a stamp of these like brush strokes. And so I'm going to take that and I'm just going to stamp over the word currently, just random ones in different colors. Um, and I just like the way that it's kind of like a messy brush stroke without having to actually pull out any of my paints or mists or watercolors or anything like that. Um, and it also kind of helps draw some color into the stamping. So I'm just going to do that. I did the kind of pinky purple first, and now I'm using the light pink, and then I'm going to go in with the blue. And there's two different paint stroke stamps there, so I'm going to use both of them. And the word fit really nice inside of it, so that worked out good. That blue thing that I keep wiping my stamps off, that's that Lawn Fawn chamois, stamp chamois or something like that, I think it's called. And it just helps clean your stamps off. It's no different than any ordinary chamois that you would buy like at Walmart or something like that. So, um, but anyways, here I am. This is another stamp. I'm sorry for that whining. My dog is crying. That's another stamp from that brushstroke stamp set. And this is just kind of like a paint splattery type stamp. Come here, Melia. And I'm just using this yellow color to, hang on one second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. Just had to close my door real quick. Anyways, yeah, that is a yellow color. There is some yellow in the papers that I'm going to be using, so that just kind of helps bring that color in. And yeah, so I'm going to get all of this stamping stuff cleaned up, and I really do like the way that looks. Like I said, I've used this before, like with roller stamps and things like that, and I just like the way that it looks. So I'm going to be using the Take Me Away collection by Paige Evans and Pink Paisley. And so I'm just pulling out some of the ephemera pieces that I'm thinking I might want to use. So I'm just going through the pack over there. And I should mention, you might see some pieces that you'll say, hey, those aren't in my pack. Well, I had cut some pieces out on my Silhouette Cameo, like those little messy circles and some hearts and stuff. And I just throw the offcuts of things like that, that if I use that collection in with the ephemera pack, so that they're there. So don't think that your pack was missing anything. It wasn't. Those are just little die cuts that I had made with my Cameo. So I pulled out like a wreath and this tag and those books, and you're going to see some of this stuff will make it on the layout, some of it won't. I mean, we all know how this process goes. So I'm just kind of playing around, kind of getting an idea of what I want to use. And I figured I'm is this the point when I go ahead and figure out my title? No, I'm going to kind of go through this chipboard sheet. I switched out that wreath for a chipboard one. I just like the dimension. I mean, everything on this layout so far was cardstock, and so I like having that dimension and texture of a different type of material. And then that Stay Weird chipboard was so perfect for this layout because, as we know, I mean, my daughter's, she just actually just turned 11 today. It's January 17th. And you know, at that age, you're so awkward and weird. And me being a mother, you know, I'm 33, and so the things that the kids are doing now, like the trends and stuff, I have no idea what's going on. So it's all weird to me, but you know. So anyways, that piece was perfect. So I grabbed some wax paper here and I pulled out the thickers that go with this collection, and I can elaborate on this more later because I do plan on doing a video, but um, I wanted the title to be She Loves, and then I was going to do like a dot 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 with something because, you know, I wanted this layout to be just kind of a mini list of things that she's into right now, which isn't like a super original idea. A lot of people do that with their kids. But what I'm going to actually do, and like I said, I will have a video on this coming up, is I'm going to use my traveler notebooks to document that. And I think I'm going to call those She Loves, and I'm going to have one for each of my kids. But yeah, just let me know if you're interested in seeing more about that, and I can surely do some videos on that. So that's the title so far for this page, but you will see it will change. So yeah, I'm going to pop everything up on foam so that it will sit evenly with that chipboard. And I ran some twine through the tag, and I'm just looking for some papers now. I wanted something on the right side of the layout. Now in hindsight, after the layout has sat with me for a while, I did this layout maybe a week ago. Um, I don't know that I would have added these papers to the right. I have reasons for doing it and reasons for not doing it. My main reason for doing it was I knew I wanted some embellishment in the bottom right corner as well as my title at this point, and I kind of felt like there was nowhere for it to be sitting, so I wanted to run these strips. The reason at this point that I wasn't loving it, like at this point a week later, is just because of the vertical strip on the left under the photo of the stamping and then the vertical strips on the right. It just doesn't flow right to me, but it's done now. I'm not going to redo it. So I kind of slowed the video down here to show you that I did do some stitching along those two strips of paper. I have like a purple layer, and then I have that really pretty gradient piece of paper. And then I also just did some stitching on that main cluster there under the Hello You that's on that tag. And so we're back to fast mode now. And yeah, I'm going to ruffle these up a little bit. You know, yeah, like I was saying, in hindsight, I maybe would have done just a corner of paper in that bottom right corner versus the whole strip, but next time I use this type of design, I will remember that. So I'm going to go ahead and play with my embellishments again. I am going to use those hearts. Like I said, those were cut out on my Cameo for a previous layout that I never ended up using. And so I am going to use them on this. And I'm just kind of just building my little cluster over there. And like, you know, I love the embellishments all kind of have a significance, like the stay weird and this brilliant. I mean, yeah, Trina's kind of already in some excelled classes, so you know, I feel like she's very smart, and so that kind of fits for her. And these books she loves to read. She reads, which I love, and so those were perfect for this layout. And then a little chipboard heart, you know. And so here I am thinking of a different title because I realized I didn't really want to use the She Loves. I wanted to save that for my other project. And so I'm going to grab the U off of the kind of phrase sticker sheet, I guess you would call it. And then I'm going to pull the thickers out again, and I'm going to spell out right with those. And you know, I don't know. I wanted to incorporate the thickers for sure because they go with this collection. I mean, the colors match perfectly. I mean, everything about them matches perfectly, right? So I wanted to for sure use those. And then I'm going to grab this little extra scrap of that purple paper and some Lawn Fawn alpha dyes that I have. And I'm going to cut out the word now. And I thought I lost the U, or the O, but it was stuck in there. So I ended up cutting it twice for no reason. But that's okay. So anyways, yeah, I cut the word now out of that purple paper, and so that is going to be the title, You Right Now. And go ahead and glue those down because obviously it's cardstock. So that's something to always kind of remember if you have alpha dyes or even, you know, your Cameo. I mean, you can always cut your titles out of your pattern paper and they will still coordinate perfectly. So I'm going to use this little bit of ephemera here, that embroidery hoop, and stick that in there. I thought it added kind of a nice round edge over there. And I'm going to add some cord through that tag, the Brilliant tag. And at this point I'm pretty close to being finished. So I think what I'm going to do now is do some journaling. Um, so I'm just going to grab my ruler here and make some lines. And I have to say, I kind of scored at a Tuesday morning because I found all these Smashbook pens, which I know that that sounds weird, but those are my favorite pens to journal with. I just love the way that they write, so I was happy to find those. And I just did like a bullet type list of journaling, 5 things that she's really into right now, or that she is right now. And then I did some splatters with some purple mist. I believe that was just from Michael's actually, like their brand from a while ago. So yeah, I did those splatters and I did a date stamp and that was it. So here's some close-ups and there's some quick stills here. Thank you so much for stopping by and I will see you guys soon. Bye.